الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأزواجه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون صدق الله العظيم. In the previous session we were talking about how taqwa is related to our ibadah and especially to the siyam, to the fasting, and how the ibadah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is related to the existence and to the creation of this world. If people will live the life of taqwa in this world, this will be the most suitable place for the ibadah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and most suitable place for people to spend their life, their present life as they have been given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when we don't spend the life of taqwa, when the life is not the life of taqwa, then all the problems will start within the person's life. And of course, if people are disturbed, the world will be disturbed. The solution to all the problems is for people to learn how to live the life of taqwa. Starting from an individual to a family life and of course to the whole world. The solution to everything is the word taqwa. We see in the ahadith Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, when he was asked for an advice by some of the Sahaba ridwanullahi alayhim ajma'een, first advice he would normally give is, would be, ittaqillah, have the taqwa of Allah. It's such a life that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala orders Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in the Quran, Ya ayyuhan nabiyyu ittaqillah. O Prophet, have the taqwa of Allah. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keeps on ordering us again and again in Quran al-Kareem. Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu ittaqullah. Ittaqullah haqqa tuqatih. And we know that at the time of nikah, marriage, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam used to recite 3 ayahs of the Quran, and all of them have the word taqwa. Ya ayyuhan nas ittaqu rabbakum. Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu ittaqullah. Telling us in the individual's life, each and every person needs taqwa. When there is more than one person, now even that life will only be a happy life when there is a taqwa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then, Ya ayyuhan nasu inna khalaqnakum min dhakarin wa untha. وَجَعَلْنَاكُمْ شُعُوبًا وَقَبَائِلَ لِتَعَارَفُوا إِنَّ أَكْرَمَكُمْ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ أَتْقَاكُمْ. When it comes to families, clans, tribes, again Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, taqwa is the one that will really affect that life also. Life of taqwa is the solution. There can be no question about it. And inshallah, some other time we can go in more details about the ayahs and hadiths that talk about the importance of this taqwa and the effect of this taqwa. But the point here is that each and every human being is asked by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to live the life of taqwa in order for this person to have a successful life in this world and to be able to fulfill the purpose of his existence. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us in this ayah that I recited earlier about fasting, that through fasting people should be able to obtain taqwa. كُتِبَ عَلَيْكُمُ الصِّيَامُ كَمَا كُتِبَ عَلَى الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. So what an easy method that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us to have the life of taqwa, and that is fasting has been prescribed so that we can have taqwa in our lives. As we were looking into this ayah and how taqwa is related to this fasting, I explained that human beings, in their creation, there are two different elements. One is the one that comes from the dust, and the other one is the ruh that comes up from the heavens. According to this body that is created from dust, human being is nothing but an animal. If you look at the ruh, he resembles malaika. When these two things are fighting in there within the human life, sometimes the person goes this direction, sometimes the person goes that direction. But we need to understand that from our physical life, from this body, the worldly body that we have, human being is nothing but an animal. And therefore it is extremely important. It's extremely important for us that we work on ourselves, on our lives, on our ruh, on purifying it, so that this animal element of our life, the human element of our life, the physical body, will not start ruling our ruh. Because if that would happen, then human being will be living the life of animals. Now we can understand the ayah of Quran when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أُولَٰئِكَ كَالْأَنْعَامِ بَلْ هُمْ أَضَلُّ, about those who disbelieve in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that they are like animals. In fact, worse than animals. They are like animals? No, they are worse than animals. Sometimes it seems like, and many times we take it that way, as if it is a curse. These people are bad. They are like animals. No, it's not a curse. It's revealing the fact. It's not just like we curse at someone and we say that you are like a donkey, you are like this. This is revealing a fact, it's not a curse. That those people who will not allow their ruh to rule their body, they will be living the life of animals. In fact, because of the other abilities they have and animals don't, these people will be living worse than animals. Their life will be worse than animals. And it's a fact that can be seen. Although sometimes a question is being raised, and it comes in our mind also that we see some people who have no iman. They don't believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They don't believe in Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam. They don't care about akhirah. But they're very nice people. As far as morality is concerned, behavior is concerned, their akhlaq, their dealings, they're very nice people. Then if all of this is true, how come those people are not living like animals? They are the ones, when you see them, you can say, this is really a human being. We could answer this only in one word. Just in one word, we can get the whole answer. But let me explain it so that we have a good understanding of it, of what's happening in the world. Normally, when we think about animals, we may think that there are only lions in the world. No, there are chickens too. There are goats. There are cows. But after all, they are animals. When we see a person living a life of a chicken, a life of a goat, a life of a cow, we say, no, Very nice person. He's not like a beast. He's not causing harm. But are we satisfied to live like a chicken? No, we have to be human beings. Animal is an animal. Regardless of what animal that may be. Maybe a very beautiful animal. But still, it's an animal. And a human being is not made to live a life of an animal. After all, those animals, they are not doing what human beings are supposed to do. They are human beings. They may be nice when you deal with them. They smile. They make you happy. But is this everything? Of course not. What this book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is revealed for. Who the Anbiya alayhimu salatu wassalam were sent for. I'm being nice to you. But there is something, some hidden elements over there why I'm being nice to you. I'm not being nice to you because I feel that by being nice, I will bring happiness into your life and I will be rewarded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and I'm pleasing my Creator subhanahu wa ta'ala. No, I'm being nice to you so that, I'm leaving you alone, you leave me alone. I don't disturb you, you don't disturb me. Be a nice neighbor. Why? So that your neighbor won't disturb you. So all I'm doing is just trying to make my life better. By being nice. What happened to my Creator subhanahu wa ta'ala who created me? How about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who's providing me with all of these ni'mas and blessings day and night? What I'm doing for Him? Nothing. Because I feel I don't need Him at this time. But I need my neighbor. The least I need my neighbor for is for my own protection. Even if he doesn't help me. If I know that my neighbor is bad, I will try to be very nice to him. Be nicer than the other neighbors because this person is bad. Just keep on giving him some gift, something, keep on giving him a big smile so that he won't come on your way. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said in the hadith, شر الناس من اتقاه الناس اتقاء الشر أو كما قال صلى الله عليه وسلم. The worst person is the one who people would respect to be protected from his evils and hardships. People have a lot of respect, mashallah, this great person came. Let's get up, shake hands with him. Why? It's not because they like him. Just to protect themselves from his evils. This person is full of evils. And you don't want that container of evil to open up. So you keep it closed by being nice to him. This will lead us totally to another topic. But the point was, living a life of animals in this world. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, those who turn away from the teachings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, teachings of Anbiya alayhimu salatu wassalam, they live the life of animals. And then, regardless of what animal that may be, but people are living life of animals. What is it? Wake up in the morning, the only concern is my stomach, my food, my needs. Working throughout the day, that's the only concern, my life. End of the day, my rest, my comfort, my home, I was saying my family, but I think no. Forget about family these days. Because normally husband and wife are fighting only because who's spending how much. So family is going. If she's a good support in more earning, in increasing our bank balances, and increasing our assets and wealth, very good. She's a very good wife. If she cannot be helped in that situation, then get out of my way. This is the main thing nowadays people are looking for at the time of marriage. What she's going to do? Bring money or spend money? If both of them can be two machines in a house, yes. That's all we need. A good machine, a good money-making machine. Because I have to buy a house, I have to buy a better house, and we have to live a certain lifestyle. So anyway, this life that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with, it would be controlled only through ibadah. Through the ibadah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, people will have the life of taqwa. And this life of taqwa, when people will live the life of taqwa, this is the life that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us for. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent us in this world for. So that the whole world and every human being in this world will live peacefully, will live the life of taqwa, and will be the one that fulfills the rights of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the ibadah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when a person is connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then of course this person will be fulfilling the rights of people too. Huququllah and huququl ibad. Through fasting, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is teaching us the life of taqwa. How this fasting will make us live life of taqwa. We need to remember, human beings by nature, we are selfish. This thing of course is there in every human being. This is the fitrah. That a person is very greedy, is very selfish, and would love to get everything for himself. Whenever there is a need, I need to fulfill it. I have to run after it. I have to do anything to get it. I have to put everything to work so that they will fulfill my need. This is by nature. And this nature initially is needed. If the child won't cry at the time of needing the food, parents won't know that the child needs food. And the child may starve to death. So the child has to cry. It's healthy for the child to cry at this time. When the child is uncomfortable, the child has to cry. Through that crying, parents will know the child is not comfortable. Something is wrong. They will try to find out what's wrong with the child. When the child is sick, he has to cry. These are the nature of human beings. But the only thing is, as we grow, they don't die. They grow with us. As we grow, they grow with us. And of course, we know as we grow, our needs are growing. As our needs are growing, and that element is there of crying for everything, running after everything. I have to have it. As Imam Busiri rahmatullahi alayhi has said, وَالنَّفْسُ كَالطِّفْلِ إِن تُهْمِلْهُ شَبَّ عَلَى حُبِّ الرِّضَاعِ وَإِن تَفْصِمْهُ يَنْفَصِمِ. This nafs is just like a child, like an infant, would like to always be breastfeeding. This child, this infant doesn't want to stop that milk. Always wants the milk. We all went through the same situation. At that age, that infant feels, this is the best thing for me. And after some time, mother will force this child to stop milk and go on a regular food. And when that starts, there is a battle going on between the mother and the child. The child cries. The child would like to continue on that milk. The mother does not want to give the child any more of this milk. She would like to put him on a regular food. She knows now this is not good for you anymore. You have to stop this. And for some time the child keeps on refusing. Whether he accepts or not, the mother is going to force that child to have that regular food. Eat this bread. You have to eat this food. You have to eat this cookie. Whatever that is, they will keep on forcing the child. Why? They know now that with the growth of the child now, he has to change his habits. These habits need to be changed. The habit of the childhood cannot continue anymore. A child who is playful in a childhood and keeps on playing with parents, sits in the laps of the parents, pulls the beard of his parents if he has one, or at least pulls his hairs from his head. Nowadays even people are bald. Allama Anwar Shah Kashmiri rahmatullahi alayhi. I don't know, another topic. Allama Anwar Shah Kashmiri rahmatullahi alayhi. Once someone asked him, why do we have to keep the beard for? And he had a very good sense of humor. He said, because when night time the child would wake up, the infant wakes up, he can touch the face and tell where is the mother. So the infant wakes up and he has to look for the mother, so he can at least touch the face and find out, okay, this is father and this is mother. So the child was not confused where to go. So when a child is growing with this, and he has these habits, of course, at certain age, then parents will tell the child, listen, you can't do this anymore. Stop it. This is disrespect. Now you can't use these words. Initially they were teaching him. They will play with him. But now they'll stop him. These habits of the childhood, they keep on growing with the person. If that child is not given the right lessons, is not taught properly, these things will keep on growing with the child. And same thing, these habits, needing things and crying for it, running after it, just running after these things. Food, just running after food, crying for it, cannot stop having food. At this time, this is my breakfast time. Then I have to have tea. Then after half an hour, coffee. Then the juice. And we look at our daily schedule. How we are eating continuously throughout the day. And at the end of the day, the person says, I'm so hungry, it's my dinner time and I'm half an hour late. These are the habits that are growing with us. وَالنَّفْسُ تَقْطِفُ. Imam Busayri rahmatullahi alayhi says, our nafs is just like the infant. إِن تُهْمِلْهُ شَبَّ عَلَى حُبِّ الرِّضَاعِ. If you leave him alone, will keep on growing with the love of that milk and would just love to have that milk. وَإِن تَفْصِمْهُ يَنْفَصِمِ. And if you force him to stop the milk and go on a regular food, after some crying, then he will go back or he will come to the regular food. Same thing, our nafs is growing with all of those habits. If we don't force our nafs and stop our nafs from these things, this nafs keeps on growing with these things and would never be able to stop it. So we have to teach our nafs that no, you can't just keep on doing these things. You got to stop doing these things. There are certain things you have to totally give them up. There are other things where you have to make sure that you just get them when you really need it. You can't just have it all the time. And there are certain things that are not yours. You can't just pick up anything, all the toys from all the people's homes and keep on playing with them. These are not your toys. But our nafs doesn't listen. As soon as we walk out, this is my toy, this is my toy, this is my toy. And we have to tell it, no, this is not yours. You have to stop. But we have to teach it to stop. This is what the fasting would teach us. Through fasting, and really, for us, alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's ni'mah, that we are so introduced to this fasting that we enjoy it. But as soon as you talk to people who don't have no clue about this fasting, and you tell them, I'm fasting. What? What does that mean? You're not going to eat at all? Not even water? Not even some juice? And they'll come with question, and they're so surprised that the whole day you don't eat. How can you survive? It's almost like, how can you survive? Many years ago, one of the so-called Muslim countries, the governor thought because people are fasting, the growth of the country goes down. Because they are down with their energies, they don't work properly, farmers are not working that hard. The poor guy may not have fasted in his life, so he doesn't know what fasting is all about. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us this is the best thing for human life and for something to be established in this world. And this person feels that this is something that is harming his country. And therefore, he wanted to stop people from fasting. He calls the mufti of the country. You know, in most of these countries there is a grand mufti. So he calls the grand mufti. And of course, those are people who are assigned in that position for a purpose. I'm paying you for a reason. So, he calls them and he says, we have to announce on the TV. First thing I will introduce it and I will tell people that how our country is suffering and this is not the time for people to just be looking at religion. We have to look at the situation of the world. And because of this fasting, the growth is going down and people are not putting their proper effort in working or energies. They don't have the energy to work. So therefore, according to the Sharia, now the Mufti will be giving the fatwa in public that according to the Sharia, because of all of these laws of the country, people should not fast anymore during the month of Ramadan. Make it up sometime later if you want. But during this Ramadan, people will not fast. After making all of that introduction, now he calls the Grand Mufti and the Grand Mufti came up on the stage. Regardless how low the person goes, when there is Iman, that Iman does its work. A person who has been blessed by the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and by ilm, at least that thing will hold him somewhere. This Grand Mufti comes up and he started his talk with saying these words, and I won't say the exact wording because that will introduce at least the country. The meaning and the translation of the words were, where he started, that Allah have said the truth and the president is lying. These were his words. This is how he started with. Allah have said the truth and the president is lying. Allah says, Kutiba alaykum as-siyam. And the president saying that you don't have to fast. And Allah have said the truth, we all must fast. Don't listen to the president. Whatever happened to him later on. But at least, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. That taqwa that was there. At least some taqwa was there. So through this fasting, we teach our nafs how to control itself from fulfilling these desires. In general situation, normal days, we know how difficult it is for us to fast in normal days. During the month of Ramadan, we plan, inshallah, after Ramadan, I'll fast for these many days, and then every month I'll fast for these days. It's not easy. We know from Ramadan to Ramadan how many days we have fasted. It's not easy. It's through the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He gave us a month where we would fast. And we are forced now to fast. If it was only, You need the life of taqwa. And in order for you to have the life of taqwa, you have to fast. But fast whenever you can. And we know what we will do with our lives. This is the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that He made it fard. And He gave us the month when everyone around us is fasting. People are not eating in front of us. The whole family is fasting, alhamdulillah. So here, it creates the atmosphere of fasting and the atmosphere of taqwa. In the homes where people have never touched the Quran throughout the year, you will see that those people are picking up the Quran. People you never expect. You never expect that they will even touch this book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in their life. You see them sitting with Quran during the month of Ramadan. You see them standing in the saf of Salat al-Taraweeh, standing up for 20 rak'ahs every night. It created the atmosphere. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. That life is coming up. Although, because we don't really use it the way it's supposed to be used, then as soon as Ramadan is over, it all goes away. But if we use it, then it will stay with us even after Ramadan. So through fasting, number one, we learn how to control our nafs. Because this nafs was like to live like animals. And as I said, whichever animal that may be, this nafs would love to live like animals. This physical body, it's in control at this time. This is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in Quran al-Kareem, in Surah Wash-Shams wa Duhaha, He says, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا. Surely successful are those who would purify it. Simply means that you need to work on it. As it's growing now, from the childhood, growing with all of those habits, these habits are spoiling it. So قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا. If we look at the wording, these wordings are clearly telling us is not only just protecting it at this time. Initially, we have to work on it to clean it, to purify it. There are a lot of things over there that need purification, that need to be cleaned. Hairs. We are there, the greed is there. And as children, it's always there and it's needed. The child is greedy, would love to have whatever he can. But as the child grows, he has to give up that habit. There are things that are needed at that age. But as the person grows, then we have to learn. See, with other animals, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are not responsible for anything. They're animals. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just teaches them everything with their creation. It's part of the creation, they just learn. When there are chickens and ducks walking together, these chickens have never seen water before in their life, or oceans. As soon as they get to the ocean, they get to the river, they see all the ducks jumping into the water, these chickens will not go into the water. Who taught them this? Even the small cheeks won't make that mistake of jumping into the water. They know that this is not for me. Who taught them this? Rabbul Alameen subhanahu wa ta'ala. Who put it in their nature. They know it from birth. They know it from that age. But for us, everything comes with learning. أخرجكم من بطون أمهاتكم لا تعلمون شيئا. He brought you from the womb of your mother, you didn't know anything. وَجَعَلَ لَكُمُ السَّمْعَ وَالْأَبْصَارَ وَالْأَفْئِدَةَ. He gave you the hearing, the eyesight, and your heart, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَعْقِلُونَ, so that you may understand. We have to use our senses and learn so that we get that understanding. We won't know that. We don't just learn it like this. For us, we need to put the effort to learn it. As we need to put the effort to learn what food is good for us, what's not good for us. Which food are healthy and which are harmful. What type of atmosphere, environment is healthy and what type of harmful. We need to learn these things. We don't just know it. Just like animals know all of these things about themselves, we don't just learn it that way. We need to learn these things for us to know it. Otherwise, human being will see a sweet poison, will eat it up. Animals, you put something in front of them, they smell it, they can tell, no, this is not for me. They don't eat it. But for us, we need to learn. Just as we need to learn that, we need to learn how to purify ourselves. قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا. Successful are those who would purify it. We need to work on it to purify it. Once it's purified, then we need to keep it clean and protected. But initially, this is where our work starts, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا, where we need to start purifying our nafs. We need to take this greed out. We need to take the hatred out. We need to take the jealousy out. We need to take the arrogance out. All of these things need to be cleaned out. They are in there. Through the ibadah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is teaching us that how these things will keep, how to keep these things out, how to start working on ourselves, how to purify our nafs from these things. Because if we live that type of life where there is full of greed, full of hatred, full of jealousy, and the person doesn't care, have nothing, no care but myself, selfishness, as it is in our nature, selfishness. Every person is just looking to fulfill his need and his desires. Let everyone else die as long as I'm alive. Let everyone else suffer as long as I'm making good. If people are losing their job, that's their problem, as long as I have it. If other people are losing their life, that's their life, who cares? My worry is about myself. I'm doing fine, I don't have to worry about it. Even the worry, after seeing the situation of the world, the only worry that comes to people's mind is what? How can we be saved? How to protect ourselves? It's happening to them. All I need to do is just make sure that I don't get into it. There are so many ahadith. If we start going into that, that will just open up another topic. Where Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam clearly tells us that a mu'min who is selfish and does not care about others, that person in reality does not even deserve to be called mu'min. And I'm sure now you can remember a lot of at least some of the hadiths in this, regarding this topic. And there are many hadiths about that. ليس المؤمن الذي يبيت شبعان وجاره جائع. A person who goes full stomach, goes to sleep with his stomach full, and his neighbor is hungry, he's not a mu'min. And there are a lot of hadiths which tells us that selfishness is something that is within human beings. All of these things are in us. Unless we purify ourselves, they will stay there. And they are in there. And this is what we see. Nice people. A very nice person. But don't get on the way of his business. Every person would like to be a successful businessman. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, in his ahadith, he taught us how to be a successful businessman, how to do even the business successfully. But with this, he taught us how to make sure that we take care of others and other people that are in the same business. But today we see it. It's open that if I have a type of store, I don't want anyone else to come on my way. All the big lions are eating up all the other small animals. We see it. It's open. If the lion is not a lion, it's some other animal, it's just like something like a dog, it will keep on barking at those people. Sees the other animal trying to eat that food, he will start barking. He's having a bone in his own mouth. He can't finish even this one. But he sees other people having food, he starts barking. And if he's big one, he will eat them up. Exactly what's happening in the jungle. An animal sees another animal eating something, will try to pull the food away from him. It's not because he didn't have it. It's only he can't see other animals having any food. That's his nature. Don't let anyone eat anything. Let that animal go away, and then he won't even eat it. He will just walk away. If he is stronger, he will even eat up this animal. This poor animal who was eating some food, he will go and eat him up too. And this is what's happening. Every person who has something would like to eat up the other ones. The whole system is going in that direction. It's the same thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shows us. The life of taqwa is not there. When the life of taqwa is not there, this is what exactly will happen. When the animal element of our life is ruling this life, then I can smile, but I won't let you eat the food. I can smile to you, but don't come on my way. Forget about giving you my food to eat. That's never happened. كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. Here we see the difference of life. The life of taqwa that was introduced by Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, practiced by Sahaba ridwanullahi alayhim ajma'een, and the rest of the ummah as they came into this world. And the life that is free of taqwa and has no taqwa, we can see the difference between the two lives. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant all of us the life of taqwa and the understanding of the importance of this deen of Allah and the importance of the ibadah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to benefit from this ibadah of Allah. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين والمسلمات وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.